I am Anthony from Haslage. In this video, I will be covering an individual topic from my book, The 21st Century Workplace, a HR and EEO Guide. If you like what you hear, please check out the Amazon affiliate link in the description or visit my website at tony.haslage.net. That's tony.haslage.net. Thank you. I am Anthony from Haslage, and today we're going to talk about de-stressing and rewarding oneself at the workplace. The one thing that these serious types of books do not typically cover is your responsibility towards yourself. In jobs where you are responsible for the management of an entity, be it an office, storefront, or other people, you need to consider your own stress levels and ways to alleviate them. For example, I once worked for a company for 3 years. It was perhaps the least stressful job that I had ever had. The owner and the manager loved me. Sure, I didn't get along with one of the other employees, but he could not ruin the overall experience of that job. But then the owner had to sell. The new owner immediately did not like me. After 3 years of doing the same job, the new owner did not like the way that I did what I was doing and immediately fired me. As I was leaving and just fuming about how upset that I was, the new owner asked me to come back. He said that it was just a misunderstanding. I continued to work for the company for another 6 months, and then the new owner called me into his office. He then offered me the position of manager. I had gladly accepted it because there was more hours, better benefits, higher pay, and I loved my job. What I did not know, or perhaps I just did not see it as a lower level employee, the new owner was a micromanager. To make things even worse, he would ask me to make changes and then get mad at me when one of his changes did not pan out the way that he had expected. The stress level eventually got so bad that I had to cope. I started overeating and making purchases that I really could not afford. After 8 months as manager, I resigned. I had felt that I was on the border of either having a heart attack or a stroke. I would go home and just dread going back to work the next day. It had reached the point where I was actually having nightmares. Within a month of leaving that job, I had lost half of the weight that I had gained purely by stress eating. In addition, the urge to shop slowly ebbed away, and the nightmares had ended. I had finally retained some self-control. It is easy enough to see why I would overeat and spend so much money. It was because I felt that I needed to be able to control something since I was not able to control the environment at work. I was given my dream job just for it to turn into a nightmare. It was such a bad experience that I now discourage people from applying to work for this company. I cannot exaggerate how important it is for any manager to take time to relax and to evaluate their stress. At another previous manager position that I had held, I actually had become ill, but I had loved to work so much that I ignored the symptoms. It was so bad that customers and eventually my employer had to tell me that my behavior was unhealthy. Upon their request, I went and saw a doctor, and the doctor had confirmed that the suspicions of the people at my workplace. Upon their request, I went to and saw a doctor, and the doctor had confirmed the suspicions of the people at my workplace. My doctor told me that I was overexerting myself and that I was just on the border of either having a heart attack or stroke. See, there's a trend here. The doctor told me that I needed to stop overexerting myself and that I needed to take some time off work. Not just so that they could perform some tests, but to level out my blood pressure, cholesterol, and a number of other conditions because while I was at their job, I was pretty much ignoring my health. While I cannot tell anybody else how they should de-stress, I particularly enjoy video games. Other people enjoy yoga, exercise, extreme sports, or pretty much anything that they find enjoyable that does not cause them any undue stress. Some stress is good, some stress is bad. But another thing that we must consider is eating healthy. While I may have been playing video games after work on particularly hectic days, I was consuming junk food at a record pace. Thus, healthy stress outlets and food intake is a must. Once in a while, it is not a bad idea to reward oneself. Obviously, you must moderate the rewards. It may be a once-a-month pizza binge, a mini shopping spree, or perhaps a special trip. The goal is to stay healthy in all aspects of your life while not feeling like you're being deprived of anything. In that previous job that I had mentioned with the micromanager, they actually denied me 2 different vacation requests. They were not long vacation requests. They were just weekends off, 3 months apart. I wanted to attend some special events that were happening across the country. While I was unable to take my third requested time off, I knew that it was time to leave the company. I could not see myself staying with a company that had no respect for me or my need for a break. If you find that you are working for a company that does not seem to provide you with the perks that you see in other people in similar positions at similar companies enjoy, maybe it is time to reevaluate remaining with that company, because there is only so much de-stressing and rewarding that you can do before you realize that you're not just stressed, you're unhappy. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for checking out our content. Before you leave, please remember to click like and then subscribe. If you want to receive notifications, do not forget to enable them by clicking on the bell. Then afterwards, check out our social media at HaslageNet and our website at haslage.net.